Some say love, it is a river that drowns the tender reed. Some say love, it is a razor that leaves your soul to bleed. I say love, it is a flower, an endless aching need. When the night has been too lonely and the road has been too long, and you think that love is only for the lucky and the strong, just remember in the winter, far beneath the bitter snows, lies the seed that with the sun's love in the spring becomes the rose. Yay, good morning, my beautiful wild ones. Today is all about the love. Love shack! Well, it's set way back in the middle of a field, just a funky old shack, and I gotta get back. Glitter on the mattress, glitter on the highway, glitter on the front porch, glitter somewhere else. Well, the love shack. Y'all, today is crazy, over the top love. I don't even know anybody this week that hasn't gotten some kind of crazy messages of love from like all over the place, myself included. And that's what we're going to start out with. Not because it's about me, it's about y'all. Ooh, Kara, I'd love to hear you sing that. I think, yeah. I think I know you used to sing in a band. That's cool. And you're right here in town. We should get together and do a jam session. Aw, Love Shack. Y'all, I do love songs all day long. I'm a torch singer. What can I tell you? And forgive my going out of key, but I was paying attention to something in the live that made me laugh, or in the chat that made me laugh. So anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed that this morning. Because you know what? The world would be a very, very sad place without music. It truly, truly would. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, Stephine Tipton. Can I get your permission real quick that, Stephine, I need your permission for something. I think you know what it is. And just type in the chat, yes. And that's just so, can we contact Elvis this morning? Which song of Elvis? Because, you know, I'm convinced that Cher and Elvis are twins. Truly, I am. If you listen to their voices, I think they're the same person, really. Okay, thank you, Stephine. Okay, so listen, y'all, here's the story. I'm going to share with you, I just want to share with you, and I'm going to show you the proof of it. I'm going to show you a couple of Facebook conversations that I had this week, and the reason that I'm showing you that is I don't know what's going on out there in the universe. I've asked, I just don't know. But there is some over-the-top reason that our ancestors, the universe, the spirit animals, yourselves, your higher selves at all, really, 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 really wants us to know that we're supported and we're loved at every step of the way, right? And so I just am like, just let me cut to the chase. You got to see it to believe it, honestly. And as much as I've been doing this for 1,000 gajillion years, I still get amazed by the magic. Honest to goodness, I truly do. And so, so I've been kicking around this idea of a way that I could connect kids more with animals. And I've been kicking this idea around, and let me just say that again, there are things going on in the background that may happen, they may not happen, I don't know. But if they do happen, I'll let you know. If they don't happen, I'll let you know what it was that I was trying to work on, or that I was working on, and it didn't work out, and why it didn't work out, because a lot of you are wanting to be on the same kind of path, right? So, and you know, some things go fabulously and some things don't go so fabulously, but it's always as it should be, right? So on day before last, when I got up in the morning, I was like, okay, listen, I can't keep perseverating about this. I have got to make a decision. So please, you know, animal allies, you know, I always talk to my mom on the other side. I was like, could y'all just please just send me a sign that this is, I need to do this, or I need to include this in this whole shenanigans thing that I'm doing, or I just need to let it go. It's taken up way too much of my headspace. So I pop on Facebook, and our very own Stephine Tipton, her name is Stephanie, y'all, but I call her Stephine. She had written me, and she says, oh my God, Mama Bear, LMAO, he was looking at my deck with me this AM, just looking at the animals and reading the words on them. And we see, I don't know what that animal is. What is that animal? Scorpion. And he says, Mom, it's me. I'm a Scorpio. I said, yes, baby, you're right, you are. I said, you know the psychic lady I listened to? And we had just talked about psychic because of one of the cards. He said, yeah. And I said, she's a Scorpio too. This is hilarious. So her son says to her, so she's a Scorpio. I said, yep, he's 9. Okay. And right, she writes, mind you, he's 9. He said, so she's a pain in the A word too. Adorable. So right there, I was like, that's hilarious, blah, blah, blah. Then I went, oh my God, the first thing I do is wake up and somebody's telling me about their child interacting with the animals on the art cards. Okay, there's my answer, right? And to further this, by the way, my favorite card in the tarot deck, in any tarot deck, is the sun. I don't care what the art looks like. The sun card is my card. And then I was like, oh my gosh. And not only is it a kid, it's her son, S-O-N. Sun card, S-U-N. Because always, 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 always when I'm getting like a no joke message, some kind of symbolism from the sun card comes up. And if you don't know the sun card, it is this beautiful bright card with sunflowers in back of this adorable cherubic baby on top of this white horse, you know, just having the time of his life. And I was like, holy cow. So now we're talking about the sun card. So I told her about, I was like, oh, I almost fell out of my chair. It was child related, blah, 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 blah. Thank you so much. Then I get a message from this gal, Jade Corton, who, by the way, is an amazing, amazing furniture refinisher and artist. And so I'm like, hey, Jade, hope you're well. Because I was fixing to ask her about painting some other pieces for my house. So she says, good morning, sunshine. Now I had just talked to Stephine, and they don't know each other. Stephine lives, I don't know, in some other state. They don't know each other. And she's like, good morning, sunshine. And I was like, just wanted to check and see if you were going to have time to paint a few more pieces. And I was like, oh my God, that's when it hit me. And she said, oh, sure, rise and shine. And she said, I swear, I was just thinking about you. And I said, wait, did I tell you about my connection to the phrase rise and shine? She said, no, tell me, because I don't know her. She's painted some things for me, which are gorgeous, by the way. I'll have to show you the pictures if you care. They're so beautiful. And I don't know her. So I was like, I couldn't possibly, what? Because I've only ever talked to her on the phone. I've never met her in person. Her husband picks up the furniture and brings it. Anyway, I've never met the gal. So I was like, oh my God, Jade. And she said, I rarely say that, so crazy. So then I told her what a Cledon is. And I was like, I just sent a message to a client who messaged me in the middle of the night about her son loving my cards. It's so wonderful, but I almost fell out of my chair because last night and this morning I asked the universe to send me a sign that a project I want to do with my cards for kids is a great thing to do. And she tells me about her son loving my cards. And I was like, oh, wow. So she says, well, my daughter was drawn to them also. And I'm like, the sun in any tarot deck is my favorite card. Get it, sun, sun, to your cards. Oh, wow. And the sun, anyway, I go through the whole thing with her. And then I said, the reason I love that card so much is it always reminds me of what my mom used to say to me, which is rise and shine. And I was like, so I say it in every video I do, except for today when I started out singing the rose. And she's like, no freaking way. I did not. I was like, I swear on my life, on all the life of my animals. And that is so nuts. Here's the kicker of that. I said, plus, the first thing I wanted to ask you about is this giant metal rooster I have in my backyard. And she's like, okay, send pictures. And I'm like, oh, I want him painted in bright colors, but I also want him with a really bright, big wood sign that reads Rise and Shine painted on it. Okay, right there, that was the message from my mom. Okay, and I just realized I hadn't shared my screen with you. Dang it, dang it, dang it. Sorry, y'all. Hold on. I'm going on. Here, there's the conversation that I was having with Jade. If you live anywhere near Gainesville and you need anything painted, she's your girl. Find her on Facebook, Jade Corton. What this girl can do with furniture and in pretty much anything is pretty much unbelievable. And let me just show you. There is quick, and then here's the conversation I had with Safine. And then she went on to tell me what her daughter's nickname from my mom is Sunshine. And there you go. Okay, so it was like this whole thing. All right. So, sorry, y'all. I forgot to share my screen while I was blah, blah, blabbing. So the point of this is, as we go into these love readings today, it can be about any kind of love. Any kind. Oh, thank you, Lily. That's very sweet. It's very interesting you talk about a kid's book. It's not a kid's book, but it's kid related. It's kid and animal related. And, oh, bye, Raven. Where are you going? Safe travels. I don't know where you're going. Bye-bye. So, ooh, Jason, that's a really, really good idea. Ooh, really good idea. So, all of that being said, the reason that I bring that out is, I think I told you guys a few weeks ago. Oh, and let me just say another thing. I don't know if you've been playing along or if you have been listening since Monday, but we talked on Monday about all the crazy angel things that are happening to people. Nuts. And then I told you guys about this whole thing on Wednesday that had to do with angels. So dig this. So I get this letter in the mail, and I don't ever check my mail. I just don't. I pick it up every, I don't know, 8 or 9 days or whatever. And here is this letter to me. I'm like, from Hays, Kansas. What? Well, I know, y'all know I went to Kansas on vacation with my friend Glenda. Her name really is Glenda, you guys. And she literally was really born and raised in Kansas. Okay. And I opened this card and I'm like, oh, that's cool. It's like, you know, Jimmy Buffett parrot head. And I open it up and it is the sweetest, sweetest happy birthday card from my friend Glenda's sister. And y'all, looky here what she sent me. A little gift for you. What is that? An angel. What is that? An angel. And what color is the heart that's the bottom of the angel? Yellow. And do you know what I've been thinking about over the last month and a half while I've been trying to figure out what the HE double hockey sticks I'm doing with my dang YouTube channel? I have been really working with my solar plexus chakra. And angels, y'all. Angels. Okay. So the reason that I show all of this is because I know a lot of you all are, you know, you are, sometimes you doubt your abilities. Sometimes you know, get kind of lost in, well, what will people think of me? You know, if you want to be a healer or you want to be a reader, or, you know, maybe you don't want to do any of those things. Maybe you just come to my channel or you go to other people's channels or classes or whatever because you just are interested in your own self-actualization as regards, you know, really tapping into your animal communication, your psychic self, your mediumship, your what. Hey, y'all. Right? Oh, hey, Frank. Frank Palmer. Everybody give a round of applause to Frank Palmer. Welcome, Frank, because he's the one I told you guys about the other day when we're like writing each other on Facebook at some ungodly 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning because we both were up. Me with insomnia, I don't know if he normally gets up that time of day. And he was the one that pulled the angel Jophiel when I had just told him my angel is Jophiel. Now you guys would have to know Frank. That's an honorable fella. Like I told you guys on Monday, he didn't make that up. He really, really pulled that. He really, really pulled the angel Jophiel card. And then you guys know all the crazy angel stuff that was going on. So the other thing is that, you know, listen, oh, hi, Stargazer. A whole bunch of numbers after your name. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining me. You are with me on Twitch, and what you can't see on the Twitch feed, but we can see you on the other feed, is that there are a bunch of people in here from Facebook and YouTube. And so today I'm doing love readings. You can ask me any question you want about love. You cannot ask me a yes or no question. Anyway, what, Amy? Y'all never get that birthday answer? I don't know what that means. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. Anyway, so anyway, thank you, Frank. Many, many thanks. And Frank is the angel reader that I told you guys about. Totally tapped in. And I don't know if you can ever get to him for a healing, but one of the first times I talked to Frank on Facebook, my hands started to heat up, and I was like, oh my God, I thought I was having an allergic reaction to something. And I had this whole conversation with him about the healing power of his hands. Lo and behold, he's a healer, so on and so forth. I didn't know him, but when I start to have a physical reaction to somebody, that's no joke. Oh, Mary Margaret. Oh, my Lord. My birthday is October 29th. I told y'all I was triple Scorpio. It can only be 30 days of something. Oh, my goodness. I have no dang manners, y'all. Many, many thanks to Teapot. Thank you so much for all the kookiness. It was on the 29th. And thank you to Amy. You guys, I just thank you so much. Dear friends, great, great folks to help with. Jeremy the Handyman is at it again. I don't know how many times I have to tell that old boy I record on Monday, Wednesdays, and Friday, 9 to 6. Not 9 to 10:30. I don't know. Maybe I need to I don't know. He'll get with the program eventually. After a year he hasn't, but eventually he will. But anyway. If y'all ever want a study in human nature, move to a small little town in the South, because there are some characters here. So anyway, thank you all very much. Happy belated birthday. Thank you. I really, really appreciate that. Yes, October 29th, Lisa. Truly, truly. Although I will... Yes, I did. I did. Lisa, is that drama? Okay, so here's the story, though. I got to tell you a funny story. I'm totally out myself on YouTube. Y'all listen. Amy comes through the door. She says, wait a minute. And by the way, I got some of the most beautiful birthday gifts. I really appreciate it. Amy being one of them. And she comes through the door with the, why would I tell anybody when my birthday is? Why would I do that? Why would I do that? So anyway, so she comes through the door and she says, wait a minute, weren't you born in 1965? Yeah. She goes, and you're not 55 this year. I said, yes, I am. Because I've been saying for the last year I'm 54. Guess what? I said, watch, Amy, I'm going to bust out the... looky here on the calculator. 1965 from 2021. I'm not. I'm 56 this year. Thank you, Amy. Thank you for that birthday gift. But here's the thing. I don't listen. Hey, listen, let me tell you something, Sylvie Gogan. Oh, and Sylvie is the one who sent me that gorgeous, gorgeous painting that I shared with you all a couple weeks ago. So let me tell you something. You guys celebrate me every time you show up to a live. You celebrate me every time you support the ARC. You celebrate me every time you do something good for an animal. Every time. Believe me, I get celebrated way more than a normal human being should through the year, and I really appreciate that. But yes. So yes, Frank Palmer on Facebook. Frank Palmer, plop your Facebook link in here. Anyway, I only bring that up because age ain't a thing to me. I hope I don't look 56, and I hope to never look 56, even when I'm 156. But anyway, all right, so. All right, so let me, I want to get back to this. This was, Georgie, are you okay? Um, so let me get back. Let me get back to this. So you look marvelous, darling. Listen, y'all. I tell people that I worked in Hollywood. I don't think anybody believes me, but if you don't think that I know makeup and lighting, you should see me in person one day. I don't look old, but I just don't look like I look with hair and makeup done. But anyway, um, and you look fabulous. Thank you so. Oh, thank you guys. Okay, thank you. This see, and this is why I don't tell people when my birthday is. Okay, I look 26. What you really mean, little C, big C, is I act 26. So, I may not even act 16. But here's the thing. Earlier today, when I said mediumship, it was like somebody slapped me upside the head. Has somebody had? I am seeing a female figure, and I can't determine if this is pierogies or it's latkes, or it's potato cakes with onion in them, but the onion was really important. This person was telling me onion is super important. So, uh, yeah, you guys if you guys are into angel readings, Frank's your man. He is totally connected to angelic energy, which is cool because most angel readers are women. And I really love that he brings that whole balance of feminine masculine to the angel readings. I think it gives it a very different it's kind of, how do I put this, uh I really don't know how to describe it, but I just think that it gives it a different intonation, or a different, like, I guess if you equate this to cooking, if you add a liquor and you can't taste the liquor, but it adds that really interesting undernote to it. I talk like I know anything about cooking. I don't. That's what they say on all of the cooking shows. So, and it sounds really good. But it's that kind of thing. Anyway, he is Angel Heart. Of course, he has a request from you because your name is Angel Heart. Okay, so I wish I had some pierogies right now too. But listen, y'all, this is a thing. So oh, you're not 68, Frank. No man is 68. They never get past 17. Believe me when I tell you. Which is not a bad thing in some respects. But I'll leave that lie right there for you to think about. Okay, listen, y'all. I got to get on these readings, but listen now, serious business. I've got somebody pinging me from the other side, and I'm gonna guess this is a grandmother or a great grandmother. No, could be a mom. So it'd be a mom. It would be a mom. Well, okay, it's gonna be a mom, a grandma, or a great grandma. There was something really important about onion being in it, but again, I can't determine if I'm looking at pierogies, latkes. No, I don't think they're latkes. Or just plain old potato pancakes with onion in them, which are very German, and pierogies are more Austrian, like that side of the world. But you've been thinking about this person a lot. Can anybody claim this? Can any Lily? Is it my? I don't know what a babsia is. I don't know what that means. I'm guessing that's like a mom or a grandma in whatever language that is. Oh, Polish Canadian. Oh, there we go. Okay, so whose grandma did not make potato pancakes? My grandmother didn't make potato pancakes, mostly because she couldn't cook worth a poo, and neither could my mom. But you bring up a good point, Angel. So just like I do in everything else, I give evidence, right? I'm an evidential psychic medium. So let me be clear about this. This is not just about potato pancakes or pierogies or even latkes. Okay. It's not about that. It is, but it's about that two things, that this person has been on your mind a lot in the last couple of days. And you'll know this person because, and they're even now, I'm like, okay, they are insistent that you remember, so you know it's them. Onions were very important to this person, meaning they had to be in these potato pancakes or in the latkes or in the pierogies or something. Can anybody claim this? Jim, my grandmother tried to push those things on us. Whoa, okay, the chat is going super, super fast. Okay. Okay. All right, Lily, you can for sure claim, for sure, because this is the telling point. You can for sure claim that onions were a deal. Like if she was teaching you something, then like if she was teaching you how to make these, she was like, don't forget the onion. She's got an accent, like don't forget the onion, that kind of thing. Okay. Um yeah. Okay. All right. So here's okay. All right, Lily, let me just give you the message. I'm very compelled to pick up my polychrome heart that's sitting next to me. Now you guys have to know. I okay, so all of you guys with the pierogi claiming and the potato pancake claiming, all that, I totally get it. And I would love for everyone's crossed over people to come up. But the defining thing here is onions had to be like she was obsessed with onions being in these things. I don't she had to talk about it, talk about it, talk about it. Okay. So here's what this polychrome jasper heart is telling me via your grandmother. Was it your grandma? Your grandma. Grandma. Okay. Through the Lily, can you please put in the chat whether these were pierogies or potato pancakes or latkes, because I'm gonna go crazy if I cannot. If I cannot. Okay, this is it's a yeah, it's polychrome. So I'm not a crystal person. I like crystal people. Okay. Um I like crystals, but I don't love crystals. I mean, they're all right, but I love me some polychrome jasper. I've got it all over my house, and I'm looking for a giant chunk of it to bring back. But here's the story. Okay, both. She put them in both. Oh, fantastic. Okay. Lily, what I'm doing is I'm warring between my Bernadette brain and my mediumship for this message that I'm getting. Because the message that I'm getting makes no sense in my Bernadette brain, but in my mediumship, what I'm being told was, because she doesn't play. This lady does not play. She wants you to do what she tells you to do, and that's that. You don't argue. Even I'm not supposed to argue with her. I'm like, okay. So there's something about education. This person did not have the opportunity to have an education, but always really wanted one, and is like insistent that you do something you've been putting off or thinking about as regards education that is it's not long. It's not like, oh, I'd have to go to years and years of college. I don't know if it's like a certification, if it's a just like an in and out kind of thing, like a year or 2 years, or I don't even know. But there's something that you've been thinking about education, and do it. Just stop it and do it. And the other thing is, uh, I keep hearing, tell that girl to come down to earth. Tell that girl to come down to earth. And how it's being shown to me is how it's being shown to me is um you you're so in your head about all the woo woo or everything else that's going on that you totally miss the practical. And that's really that's her way of saying, look, all of this other stuff is fine, all the head stuff and the the thinking and the healing and the this and the that, but eventually, like right now, you've got to just take care of practical matters like earth everyday kinds of things that you've been letting that way slide for way too long. So okay, so Lily, take a breath. I just read what you wrote, that you're using the education you have already. That's fine. But there's something about, hey Keith, there's another, I don't know, again, I don't know if it's a certification, I don't know if it's a workshop, like, I don't even know. But there's something else that you would attend a class. There's something else that you would attend a class of some kind. You've got to do it. That's it. Just figure it out and do it. That's it. I hope that's helpful. Okay. I cannot promise more people from the other side will show up today. But if they do, I will let you know. Okay. I'm letting you know. Oh, I don't know, Lily. I don't know if it's classes with me. I don't know. It looked to be more formal education. I don't know. Is there some like, Lily, what's the color blue? The color, this is going to sound random, but it's going to sound general, but I'm getting to something. I keep seeing this blue fabric, this blue fabric, this blue fabric. And blue fabric, I don't know. Is your favorite color blue? Was her favorite color blue? Um, I, okay, her favorite color was Robin's egg blue. There you go. Okay. All right, so now I'm 1,000% for sure that I was talking to Granny. Was it Grandma? I don't know what ba means. Okay, got it. All right. So the other thing is, let me just say one more thing. Lily, are you? Bye, Lisa. Thanks for coming. Are you not a great cook, Lily? Are you maybe not a great cook? Oh, that's the blue fabric. Okay, got you. Blue fabric, blue fabric. Take care, Lisa. We'll miss you. Bye. Okay, that's the blue fabric. There we go. All right. All right, that's why she was showing me blue fabric, blue fabric. Okay, now I'm 1,000% for sure I was talking to her. Okay, I want to get back up to, hold on. Okay, Himanshi Rathor, welcome to my channel. My heart goes out to you. Himanshi asks, when my partner recover from cancer, please tell me. My heart goes out to you and to your partner and to everybody that you all care about and who care about your partner. I do not answer questions like that. Not on lives, not in private sessions. I don't do things like that. Because it's too dangerous, I feel. It's way too dangerous. Not only for you, for your partner, for the psychic, for the medium. Only the powers that be know that, and only your partner is going to know whether they will or whether they won't and when. And if it's okay with you, I will ask my wild pack, who are a very, very powerful group of people, to send healing energy if you think that your partner would be okay with that. And that is what we can do for you today. And I hope that you will understand it is not that I don't want to help you. Believe me, I do. But calling dates like that, no psychic is 100% accurate 100% of the time. And for truly life and death situations like that, to call it wrong, hear it wrong, or not give the full message, that's not going to be helpful to you or to your partner. I hope you'll understand. Okay, all right, so now I'm going back to, all right, so when I said if other mediumship things happen, I'm seeing string everywhere. And I don't know if you all have ever seen art made from string, like in particular the boats that have the wooden, the bottom part of the boat is wood, but the sales are all string art, or you've seen art that goes on walls that's string art. Can somebody claim this, that somebody on the other side either did string art or loved string art and would buy it and or had it in their house, or it might have even been a gift, but string art, string art. Can somebody claim this from somebody who's passed on the other side? I'm looking in the chat. No, not crochet, Natasha. It's in particular spring art. You weren't late, Mindy. Nobody's ever late. They're just like wizards in Harry Potter. They arrive exactly when they intend to. You're very welcome, Lily. Okay, I'm looking for string art. If I don't get string art, I'm going to move along. I'm going to ask this spirit to step aside. Let me try to describe this again. String art. Okay, so I'm looking for somebody who can claim that someone on the other side either made string art, had string art in their home as a gift, and what I keep seeing is, aha! Thank you, Marcia Taylor. I did a string art pick for somebody on the other side. Thank you very much. Hold on. Himanshi, oh my God, I really wish I could help you more. Truly, I do. Truly, truly, I do. I'm sending you tons of love. Okay, well, that's what I was about to say, Aaron. I was about to say what I'm really seeing is a string art boat. Let me see if I can find a picture online and show you guys what I mean. But also, Marcia said, I did a string art pick for somebody on the other side. Aaron, your mother-in-law had a string art boat. Aaron, is your mother-in-law, has she passed? This is not crochet, you guys, not at all. Hamanshi, that is also not let me just say this, Hamanshi, I don't do medical readings at all. I just don't. I am very sorry, but I would encourage you to do a search, Google search for a medical medium or a medical psychic. It's too potentially litigious for me. If it's wrong, it goes badly for everybody, and I mean really badly, and I just stay away from all of that. I am so sorry. I want to help you, truly I do, but I just don't do medical work. Okay. Okay, so going back to, oh Lord. Okay, the pick wasn't a boat. Aaron, she has passed. Okay. Teresa, got it. Okay. Not crochet, y'all. Let me show you what I'm seeing in my head. Hold on, let me pull it up online. I'm sure I can find it. I guess they're called string art boats, I think. Yeah, just like this. Hold on. I'll show you a picture I just found on Etsy. Well, not really like this. Okay, that's all right. I'm going to share the screen with you, but it's not really. It's not really this, but you'll see. So I did a Google search. So what I'm seeing in my head is actually a freestanding wooden boat that the masts are made of string. That's what I'm seeing in my head. Aaron Fucci, the string art boat. Does that make sense? Here, let me find if there are other images. String art boat. These are all pictures, but bottom line is string art boat is what I'm seeing. Aaron, does that make sense to you? Aaron Fucci? Where are you, Aaron Fucci? Oh, Lordy. Holy cow. Wow. Okay, string art. All right, let me ask who this is. Let me get more clarification. Who knew so many people had string art? Are you joking me? All right, hold on. Yes, okay. Okay? Two things. This teapot. Of course you do. What? How is this possible? How, what? Okay, how is this possible? So many people have string art boats. I think the last time I saw one was like I was 8 or something. Okay, this boat is not a picture. It is a boat. The bottom of it is wooden. It is a freestanding thing, and it has strings, the mast strings, just like that. Not a picture. Not a picture. It was a boat. Right? You'd think you'd narrow it down quick. Is that you, Aaron? I see a big yes, but I don't know what that's for. Okay, let me give you some other clarification. Whoever this is for, this person is laughing because you will be like, what? They showed up from what? They showed up from the other side. It is the absolute last person you would think would come through a medium. Absolute last person. Not that they didn't love. Yes, that's the vote. Okay, got it. All right, Aaron, I gotta believe this is for you. And can you claim this? That your mother-in-law is absolutely the last person you would think would come through a medium. Not that she didn't love you, not that she wouldn't want to have a conversation with you, but like through a medium? What? Does that make sense? Okay. Okay, I'm just going to keep, Aaron, I'm going to pretend this is for you. I'm not going to pretend it's for you. I'm going to assume this is you. You're the person that can claim the boat. Had a wooden base. Okay, your mother-in-law, and she's absolutely the last person you would ever expect to come through a medium. Okay, here is, I'm going to say this again. I'm assuming that if you're on my channel, you are okay with getting real messages. Okay. And here is the message for you today, Aaron Fucci. Okay. So, okay, Teapot, could you please, there are a bunch of new people that have joined. Could you please explain to them how I work? Just type it in the chat. For those of you that have joined me for the first time on Twitch, I really appreciate you joining me. One of you is Auto Constancia, I believe. Okay. Right now I'm delivering messages of mediumship. And you can't see it if you're on my Twitch channel, but I have a lot of people on that are coming in on another chat from YouTube and from Facebook. And they can see you in the chat, but you can't see them. So I have a bunch of people ahead of you that have asked questions, and I will get to them. So I'll get to your question if I can, if I have time, which actually I do have plenty of time. Hopefully I can get. Okay. It's awesome. Listen, I just want to tell you guys that are hitting me up telling me that you joined my channel. Let me be real, Aaron, I'm fixing to give you this message, but I want to be really clear about something. I appreciate that you joined my channel, but I am not new to YouTube. I know that people join other psychics and mediums channels because the people will tell them, if you join, I'll give you a message. And then the second they get their message, they unfollow you or they unjoin. Joining my channel, liking my stuff is not a guarantee of a reading. I do real work. And what that means is I don't beg for scraps. And what that means is I have a relationship with the other side. My job, first and foremost, is to honor the people that come through from the other side and the messages for people. And some days that's you, and some days that's not you. Some days it's one person, and some days it's not another person. And I can't control that. But I have to be honorable, I have to be ethical, and honor the people who are supposed to get the messages at that time. And I don't dance for likes. I don't dance for money. I don't dance for any of those things. I don't dance. So I hope that makes it very, very clear to those of you that are also pinging me on Facebook that the rest of you guys can't see. I hope I've made myself very clear. Okay, that said, let me go back to the, let me go back to Aaron and the mother-in-law. Aaron, I'm not laughing at you, honey. I Aaron, this gal is just getting the kick, and I mean a kick out of that. You are going to be shocked as poo that she showed up. She just thinks it's hilarious. Okay, that said, that said, Aaron Fucci, you are not going to like this message. I know you, and you're not going to like this message. Well, I don't know you, but I kind of know you. Well, first of all, something's been going on that has been disturbing the force around your household. And what I am hearing is a thank you for how you are graciously handling her son and being kind and patient and patient and patient and compassionate and patient, because whatever is going on is something that's been a habit of his, just kind of how he's hardwired, that she always used to try to work with him on. And she's sorry she could never get him to do that or fix that or take a look at that, whatever that is. But in particular, during this time, you're being very patient. I don't know what that means. I'm not being shown that's what it means. The other thing is, you can't. Okay, there we go. All right. Okay, well that makes, now I'm 1,000% for sure that it's the mother-in-law. I mean, listen, how much more evidential does it get than a string art boat? Come on now. Well, and if you narrowed it down, not all this, I mean, let me tell you something. I'll be telling this story for forever. How many people in the world have a string art boat art sitting on their wall? But that's different than the boat that I was seeing. But okay, so all that being said, Aaron Fucci, I'm going to scold you because the message I just got, this better not be happening to you, Aaron Fucci, but it is. So I'm going to scold you. So listen, I'm being told that you have been having some serious doubts about your abilities in the world of woo-woo, but more particular as regards healing, being a healer. That you've been having some serious confidence issues. True or not true? I can't move on with the rest of the message. True or not true, Aaron Fucci? Sorry, I'm asking you to sell yourself out. Aaron, true or not true, you've been having some real self-doubt about your ability as a healer. Woo-woo maybe, but mostly healing. Oh, I didn't know that was always true. Girl, okay. Well, sorry guys, I have got to answer this text. Hold on. Sorry, I have to answer this. Okay. Stop it. That's what she says, is stop it. It's like, did she talk a lot with her hands? Aaron, did she talk with her hands? Because here's what I'm seeing. You don't even know how much support you have. Aaron Fucci. Aaron Fucci. Okay, listen to this. This is a message and a half. Okay, here we go. Erin, I see that you just finished your Reiki Master training. No wonder I'm here with the hands again. Hands again. Okay. What is it with you people, you healing people in the hands? Okay. So, oh, I didn't know. Okay, Italian lady from the Bronx. No wonder, because what I'm seeing is this. Okay. You don't even know how much support you have from the other side because, true or not true, you've been really studying past lives lately. Like past lives are a thing for you lately. True or not true? Yeah. I mean, please put it in there, but I know it's true. She's telling me, she's like, okay. So here's the point. I'm sorry, she's making me use my hands. So what she's saying is, you may not remember it in your conscious mind, but on the other side, okay, exactly. Okay, so yes, you have been studying past lives. You're really into them. Okay. So, so she says, don't be a putz. She says, which putz is, that's not Italian, that's Yiddish. That's my people, right? Don't be a putz. Try to remember when we were all on the other side and we made our agreement. Oh, shiitake mushrooms. Erin. This woman was a lot of fun, but she was no joke about promises and contracts. If you made a promise, if you signed a contract, you better hold up your end of the bargain. She's very serious about that. Very, very serious about that. And so she's saying, you made a contract, doofus and putz. Okay, so she used the word putz. Doofus I could see. Putz, who knew? Okay. So all of that said, and this is it. You made a promise. On the other side, which is why she's coming through now, because she says, like, it's the only way she would believe it. It's the only way she would believe it. She's like making a big deal. It's the only way she would believe it is if she showed up for you. So you made a promise, you made a contract to come into this life to be a healer. Now you can take all the classes that you want, but that's not the point. The point is to then put it into practice. And there's your message, right? Now, that being said, oh no. Oh no. There is nothing more to be said, because when she's done, she's done. That was it. She's done. Poof, she's gone. She's gone. There you go. There's your message. Okay, so y'all, listen. I started out, here's the thing. Some of you will argue these are not love readings, and I will argue right back with you that does mediumship, is there more of a love reading of any kind than mediumship when our people show up from the other side and give us messages? I don't think so, but that's just me. So let me just address another thing. I hope that was helpful, Erin. And Erin, I'm going to find you on Facebook, and we're going to talk about that lack of confidence. Yes, we are, lady. Okay. So here's the thing. Why are you blown away? Erin, this is what I do for a living, yo. Okay. So here's the thing. Let me just say this. One of the other reasons, well, first of all, let me go back to the I don't dance thing. I just think it's important that people know who I am when they show up on my channel. I think authenticity is very important. And we are lacking a lot of authenticity in the world today. And let me just tell you something. We're lacking a lot of authenticity in the woo-woo business. That never goes well for anybody. And let me tell you something. There are people on the other side. There are entities on the other side. Your spirit animals, your guides, your angels, your people, your ancestors. You may believe in God. Whatever it is you believe in, they're watching you. Now, they're not invading your privacy, and but they're watching you. And when you're a shyster, or, you're one, even worse, I mean, people that are shysters know they're shysters, but people that really think they're like for real readers, and they're convinced they're giving messages, and all they're doing is like reading words from the cards, or somebody comes in and goes, my grandmother died, she's with you now. You don't know that. They could have had a terrible, come on now. So part of my job, part of why I've been so kind of out of touch over the last month and a half is, I think I've mentioned this before, but I want to reiterate it because it has to do with today, is so many of you are practitioners. And I am who I am, but I study with other people. I watch other people that I respect or that I think I can learn something from. I don't know everything. I don't want to know everything. Once upon a time in my life, I thought I wanted to know everything because everything means everything. And a lot of the things I do know, I don't care for at all. So I don't want to know more things that I don't care for. But that being said, I just feel like as a teacher, part of my job, because I told you guys I'm turning this channel into the biggest free metaphysical school on earth. Probably the biggest metaphysical school on earth, and it will all be free. Free, 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 free. You'd choke if you knew what I was fixing to invest in videos and training videos on. You would choke. But I know that's what I'm supposed to do. So I just, for those of you that are not sure about how to go about things, or what feels right to you, or what doesn't feel right to you, or whatever, maybe my way of doing things will feel right to you, because ethics, they're a real thing. Now, I never talk about morals. That's none of my business. But ethics, universal law, that's a real thing. Anyway, okay. I'm fick into. Oh, hey RJ. That is my twofer. She's part Chihuahua and part pot-bellied pig, and that's Princess Hops. She says hello, everyone. Hoppy Doppy, you want to say hi to everybody? Hoppy? Nope, she's sleepy. It's a little chilly here. Okay. Waddle, waddle. She does kind of waddle. All right. My hands are heating up again. My whole body's heating up again. You have a chihuahua? I love it. Oh, goodness. Okay. Below zero? Oh, Jason, you live in Alaska, right? I'm coming to visit you in Alaska. Okay, this spirit is coming to me. They're not quite as strong as I need them to be, though, for me to be able to hear them. Because Amy Pittman, turning 56 does something to your hearing. I'm teasing you, Amy. Okay. I want to go back and I want to say something again, and then I've gotten my cards, and I'm going to do some readings, but I really do. Okay, so I really do have somebody coming through from the other side, but I have to tell you, this is going to be a really sensitive, kind of really dig deep kind of read a message, because it really. Teapot, Swanee, I think this is for you, but Teapot, I really think this is you, but I've got to have your permission to say I need to confirm that it is for you, but then I'll need your permission to give you the message here, or you just tell me if you want me to give you the message in private. Yeah, I do think it's for you, but I'm asking whoever's talking to me to give me more information so that I can give you evidence of who they are, because I happen to know, Natasha, right? I happen to know a little bit about some things going on with you, and so I just have to know if I'm allowed to give you the message here, or do you just want me to give you the messages in private? But again, I actually think this could be a couple of people. Maybe. All right. Okay, Teapot, I need to know whether to go ahead or not. Okay, you can go ahead. You're transparent. Okay. All right. Sorry, guys. I'm asking them to send me more information. I'm getting it. Okay, so I actually think this really might be a twofer. I think I might have two people here with the same message, but for different people. Is Hamanchi still on the channel? Hamanchi, are you still here? Hamanchi, Hamanchi, are you still here? Okay, Hamanchi, if you're still here, I don't know that I'm pronouncing your name correctly, and I so apologize if I'm not. But I'm a dumb American. We don't know how to pronounce those names. Um, okay, so Teapot, Teapot, do you have somebody who crossed over that had a very, very long cut or long scar from the cut? Almost like they were cut down the middle. So I don't know if there was a heart surgery, but the cut that I'm looking at, the wound seems really long, or it was on their back, but the cut is very long. Now, sometimes I see that when it is a dual sign, a Gemini, a Libra, a Pisces. So do you have somebody that had a long cut? And I don't feel like it was a surgery. It's almost like I see somebody literally cutting them with a knife. Okay, yes, I do. Teapot, tell me which part that is. Yes, I do too. So I know which energy field to go down. Your grandmother had a knife put in her chest? Holy God. Okay. Holy cow. Okay, so Teapot, I want to stick with you for a minute, and then I'll be able to identify the other person and who's coming through for them. But so long scar from chest down. Okay, there we go. Okay, so here's part of the message, and then I'm going to ask this person for more evidence so I can be for sure who it is. I want to do this. Hey Cheryl, oh, take care. Thank you for coming. Cheryl Ryder, an amazing tarot reader. Amazing. You guys can find her on Facebook. Cheryl is an amazing tarot teacher. Holy cow. Cheryl Ryder, Ryder, catch her. Hey Cheryl, before you get off, put your Facebook link in there, please, and thank you. Okay. I'm moving around like this, and I feel like this person may have had a little bit of a nervous tick, or they just kind of always were doing this, just always moving like this. Does that make sense to you, Teapot? Hey Georgie. Does that make Teapot does that make sense to you, Teapot? Okay, so all I'm saying is I let me give you the message. But I really think this is for two different people. So Teapot, I know you've been having some health problems. And you don't talk about it with people. So I already know that about you. Okay, the minute you said this doesn't make sense, this person is starting to do this again. Okay. I really think I'm getting this for two different people. So things are going to start to come out very quickly, you guys. And I'm going to look weird because I'm going to start doing the Rocky thing. This oscillating thing that sometimes happens. Okay. This is for two different people. Teapot, I know this is for you. I know it. The other person that this is for, you'll be able to know this is for you from two different things. You know this person that had a long scar or a long cut, or I'm seeing it physically. It's got to be a long cut, wherever it was. It could be down an arm, it could be down a side, it could be, but I really think I'm looking at it in the stern of a person, either in the front or in the back. Long scar. you, the person here, have been having health problems, really nauseous, weak, um, just some really epic health problems. And I feel like I feel like if Teapot can't claim this person that was constantly moving like this, and you may have been so close to this person that it didn't it didn't um it may not have struck you, but they had a tick. They were constantly tugging at their clothes, constantly doing that. It was, they were uncomfortable a lot. They were, it was like that kind of thing. Or at the end, or at some time in their life, they might have had, because this kind of reminds me of a cerebral palsy kind of thing. Does this make sense? No, the cut is physical, Dawn. It's not an emotional cut. It's a for real cut. Can anybody claim this? These are very specific things. Um, Okay, battling nausea. Okay, I'm trying to keep up. Natasha, it could be you, but it could be you. Let me double check. I need to focus on one thing, and let me focus on the thing for Teapot, because here's the thing. Okay, that's fine. All right, but I'm going to go back to this Teapot. Hold on. I'm sorry, I have to keep moving so I can keep the energy with this other person. Teapot, is there, okay, little C, big C, I'll get to you in a second. Is there a reason that your person would feel badly that they left when they left, because they would want to be here to help you? Little C or Teapot, meaning this person would have been a big support of you were they here. Is this correct? Okay, let me give you the message. Though I know a little bit about your situation, I don't know it all. And I don't know if you're doing this, but I'm being told you're doing this. I'm sorry, you guys. I have to keep moving like this to keep the connection with the other person who's moving like this. Um, Sorry, Teapot. I'm focused on you. I feel like from the person that's trying to talk to you, Teapot, that you've been looking for more answers lately than normal, which surprises me in my Bernadette head, because I mean, you're an exhaustive researcher, and I just can't imagine that there's a stone out there that you haven't unturned or turned over. But there are stones that you haven't turned over, and you've been researching a lot more than usual. And so I'm being told to tell you to keep to keep to keep researching, because you're gonna actually have a conversation with someone. It's going to help you. Like, you're gonna be looking around one day going, I can't believe I made it through that storm. Oh my Lord. That it's something is gonna happen. And so I would tell you that it is it's imperative that when you research and you find information that is that right, Teapot? Have you been researching more than lately? I don't know. I mean, I know that you have, because that's what I'm being told. I just, Bernadette, don't know. But whoever this is from the other side, um, okay, that's nice, Teapot, but focus on you. They can get a welcome later on. Um, okay, so that's the message. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, so, but this is specific, and I keep being brought back to the nausea, the nausea, the nausea, the nausea. It's like if you start with the nausea, like looking for answers for the nausea, that's going to lead you to the whole Megillah. I'm here. This person is saying, tell her the whole enchilada, she'll know it's me. This makes sense to you? The whole enchilada, you'll know it's this person? I feel like it's a male energy. I don't know why. If it's not a man, this person had a lot of male energy. Okay, so the whole enchilada, but you've got to have a conversation. You've got to get the courage to just okay, great. Okay, there you have it. Keep doing the research. The nausea research is going to lead you to a conversation, but this person is saying you've got to pick up the phone and call this person. You would not do that. You would not do that under normal circumstances, but you have to. You've got to, and you've just got to be like, look, I need this information. I need this information. Give me this information. And it's like a whole new world. Okay, there we go. All right, I hope that's helpful, Teapot. But really, at the end of the day, there are two things other about that, which is, sorry, I know it looks like I'm doing weird movements, but I'm still trying to stay connected to the other person who I think rode horses, or the person that this is for, little c, big C, has a connection to horses, because I feel like I'm seated on a horse. But Teapot, going back to you, this person truly wishes they had made the decision to stay here for you, but they do want you to know that they are on the other side doing everything they can, and that you are perilously close to believing that this is just your life. Well, it is what it is. That's not true. It's not true. It is not. It is not true. It is not true. This is not going to be your life. It's not. But you've got to do the research, and you've got to have the conversation. It's about the conversation, talking to somebody. I see it on a phone. It doesn't have to be, but I see it on a phone. Okay. All right. Okay. So let me go back. All right. I was trying to stay in like 9 different energies, you guys. Okay. So we're thinking the other person is for little c, big C. Little c, big C. Little c, big C. I need you to jump in the chat, please. He rode horses and talked. Okay. There we go. Thank you. All right. So little c, big C, put me in, okay, I can get off the horse now. Thank you. Okay. Throw me in the chat real quick all of the things that you can claim. Let me go back to this. Little c, big C, have you been having a lot of nausea? And you haven't been telling people. You keep your illness to yourself. Is this correct? Little c, big C? Little c, big C. I think my chat is lagging, y'all. Normally it goes so dang fast. Now it's lagging. Just so you guys know, when I said love readings, I did say the universe. It's my fault. I said to the universe, let's get the most deepest love we can today. And I learned something today. Apparently that's mediumship. And so there we go. Okay. Little C, big C. I'm going to go. Wichita Creek, I have seen you ask for messages a number of times. If I'm called to you, I will get to you. I can't get to everybody in one time. Believe me, I would love to, but I can't. It's not possible. Okay. Little c, big C, I'm not seeing you on the chat, so let me just give you the message. It's actually a little bit, but no, I know you are. I know you are having health issues. Oh, wait, I think you said earlier. Are you the one that said earlier you've been nauseous, you've had troubles with your lupus? Okay, thank you, Wichita. I really appreciate you. I really appreciate you understanding. Okay, you've been so sick. Okay. But you don't talk to anybody about it. And so your message is a little bit the same as, wow, okay, wait, I got to go back to this. Little c, big C, what is all this movement with the person on the other side? Did they have Parkinson's? Did they have muscular sclerosis? Did they have cerebral palsy? what was all the movement thing? Because they were very specific on how they wanted me to move, and the tick that was doing, that was like where it was repeating, repeating, repeating. Thank you, Starseed Glow. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you very much. I thank you. Um, I I there's something about the movement that is important. You'll know this person because of the movement. Okay. Your grandfather had Parkinson's. Okay. And did he move kind of like this? Thank you very much, Wichita Creek, for knowing that. Okay. All right. And we're back to the horses. So I may have, oh, so when I kept seeing 222, I might have two people here for you, all trying to give you the same message. One with the movement, one with the horses. Okay. And the scar, you can identify. Gotcha. Okay. Yep. We're there. Okay. I'm there with you then. All right. So I don't know who. I need to give you the message. I don't know who's babbling to me on the other side. They're not really. Okay. Even I feel like I want to straighten up and fly right around these two people, like be a perfect lady and say all the right things. Um, and they're soft spoken, and really just kind of fine people, if that makes sense. Here's the bottom line: you don't talk to people about what you're going through. There we go. All right, you can claim the scar. All right, we're 1,000% for sure this is for you, little C, big C. 1,000 jillion percent. You are not doing yourself any favors. Thank you, Dawn. That is very kind of you. You are not doing yourself any favors by trying to go this alone. That's not helpful to you. Oh, okay. So, okay. I must have missed that. That's why I was like, maybe I'm talking to two people, but okay. There you go. Same person. Thank you. Okay. So, to reiterate this, little C, big C can claim the horse movement, because I was like, ooh, I'm on a horse. You can claim the this because later in his life he had Parkinson's and that's how he moved. Thank you. You can claim the long scar from top to bottom. Thank you. And you can claim that you have been fighting health issues, lots of nausea, because that's where it was. Dawn. That that's what was being shown to me. Now here's the story. You are not doing yourself any favors by trying to go this alone. At all. At all. Now, I don't know who you have to comfort you, to support you, to help you, whatever words those are, but you've got to reach out, because whereas with Teapot, it was all about the physical, for you, it's all about the emotional and the physical, but emotional first, because worse trauma is happening. And here I just told that poor guy I don't do medical work. I don't. Let me just say, in the ways that person was asking, is this person going to heal? When is this person going to heal? Basically what they were asking is this person going to live or die? I don't do that. Under any circumstances, that's not true. That would be a lie. Let me just get this reading out and then let me explain myself. So let me get this reading out. Little C, big C, you are causing worse damage to yourself physically, mentally, emotionally. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a medical professional of any kind. I am not dispensing medical advice. I am not diagnosing. Everything that I say and do on my channel is for edutainment purposes only. Edutainment purposes only. That being said and claimed, you're doing yourself worse. You're making problems worse because you will not get the emotional support that you should have. Period. Whether you think you should have it or not. And I know that you should. When I say I know, I'm not Bernadette judging you. What I'm saying is that's what I'm being told. So there's that. The other thing is, it's the, thank you, Natasha. Thank you very much. The other thing is, like Teapot, there are more solutions out there for you than you might imagine. But you're the opposite of Teapot. You don't do the research. It's like, and listen, I get this. I come from a medical family where when a doctor told you was something, that was the gospel. That is not true. I have learned on my own. And I have lupus. Believe me, I know what you're struggling with. Trust me when I tell you. So your hypothesis that your emotions make your lupus worse, that's a fact, Jack. That's from my personal experience. That's why I don't let things upset my apple cart. Oh no, things that upset my apple cart, they are banned from my existence. Gone. Okay. That said, you don't do the research like Teapot does. You've got to start doing your research. I keep seeing things. This person that's talking to me for you was very good at explaining things. I don't know if they were a teacher. I don't know if they were like a, I just feel like they taught something, whether they were a teacher in school, maybe they demonstrated things within a company and taught about products, or like, I don't know, but I see this person standing there literally as a teacher of some kind, and they were really good at explaining things to people. And this person is saying, so what's going to happen is everything's going to happen like a cascade, like you're standing under a waterfall. You look up, all of a sudden the water starts to come down, it starts to come down, it starts to come down. You're like, "Wah!" Trying not to drown in this waterfall. And then the waterfall stops, and you've never felt so good in your life. Everything is fixed. Everything is fixed. Hold on a second. So for the person that asked, Sadie, is it donation only for a reading? No, my readings are free. People can donate if they like, but donation does not guarantee you a reading. Here's what my donations go to. I'm an animal advocate. My job in life, my career, is to fight for the people who fight against cruelty to animals. And I do that by writing checks and a lot of other things that don't need to be gone into here. So when people donate to me, it goes right to the people that are fighting to end cruelty to animals, and that means humans too. Okay, I was a different type of person. He was patient with me and would always explain things very well. Okay, excellent. Okay, so all of that said, Little C, Big C, please forgive me. It's not that you're not special. You are. But I read a lot of people, and I have to forget what they were told in their reading, or my head would explode about on the same day if I kept all that junk in my head. I feel like there's a massive, 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 I feel like there's a massive shift coming for you. Pretty sure this is you, but I'm not for sure. For sure. Oh God. Okay. If this shocks you, I'm sorry, but I just feel like it's you. Let me just say this. A change of residence and partner status is imminent. And it's going to feel like I'm seeing every movie I've ever, like War of the Worlds, that movie. I keep seeing Tom Cruise in War of the Worlds. Not a great movie, but there's a lot of things blowing up, a lot of things spinning around. It won't really be like that, but it'll feel like that to you. And it'll feel like that for a little bit, and then it won't feel like that anymore. But the first thing you have to do before you let that waterfall cascade is to seek out support for the physical stuff that's going on, and seek out better ways of working working with that so that you don't flare, that you just don't flare at all, because that's what you're in. You're in a lupus flare. And so and they're never good. Believe me, they're never good. So you've got to do the research, and that's going to help you, but not till you do the research. Okay, I hope that was helpful. All right, y'all. I really didn't think today was going to go like that. I didn't. Sorry, y'all. I'm not really sorry, but I know everybody wants a reading when they come. That's what I do this for. Believe me, I would love to read for every single solitary person that shows up, because, listen, y'all think I don't go to a reader? Well, I go to one reader. All right, I do. I go to one person when I'm like, when I am in a tizzy. She's the one I call. She's never wrong. You know what's annoying? She won't read professionally. She only reads for me and herself and her husband. It's nuts. Okay, so let me go back to what I was saying about the medical stuff. I don't know why I feel like more of you want medical stuff. I don't know why. Oh, here's a card for everybody today. It's the Chariot card. I cannot believe this is happening, and yet it's true. Okay. So that being said, oh, thank you, Pearl. That is very sweet. Okay. Look. If I'm told by spirit, no, you have to talk to this person about medical stuff. Case in point, about 4.5-5 years ago, person booked a reading. They showed up at my place, and I said, "Oh, that must be that." And I looked down, and it was a squad car, police car. And out of this car bails two women in uniform. I said, "Hey, officers." And I said, "You here to see me?" And they said, "Yes." And they were so serious. And I was like, "For a psychic reading, or did I do something wrong that I don't know that I did?" And they said, "For a reading." And they were so serious. And I went, "Well." And then I turned around and I looked at the little one and I went, "I don't do medical work." And she said, "I have one question." I said, okay, but I don't do medical work. She said, "I have one question." I said, "Let's go in my office," because she was not going to leave at all. So we sit down and she goes, "I just need to know if my son is going to live or die." And I said, "I don't." She said, "Today you do." I said, "Okay." I said, "I have one answer. Stop believing what people around you are telling you. He could die. He's very close. Very. And it could go either way. It's your decision. Because the people around you are telling you there's no hope, and that is not true." And I said, "And my head is about to explode off the top of my shoulders." "Do you have a head injury?" "Yes." So come to find out, her son was being babysat, and the babysitter loaded him in the car at 6 years old. I won't even go into what she was doing, but she turned illegally in front of oncoming traffic, and cars plowed into them, and she died instantly, and he was airlifted. Now, her own father is a physician and was saying there's nothing anybody can do, put him in palliative care until the end. Well, she wasn't having it, because unbeknownst to me, and I looked at her and I went, "God," I said, "have you also been in an accident and suffered a traumatic brain injury?" She said, "Yes." And she said, "That's why I have the lazy eye." And I was like, "What?" And I said, "Take your glasses off." It was so indiscernible. It was a big deal to her, but it was so indiscernible. But just 2 years before, it took her a year to be able to learn to walk again, because she was also hit by someone. And she's a detective. Anyway, long story short, her son is still alive, and a more committed parent you've never seen in your life. A more determined human being you've never seen in your life. And I've had a couple of things like that over the years. And I have worked on some murder cases over the years. I don't choose to work on murder cases at all, ever, any more again, because they put me and my family in danger. Now, me, okay, good luck with that. My family? Oh, no. So people think it's glorious and they think it's all this, I'm a detective psychic, blah, blah, blah. Okay, work on the wrong case and let's see how that works out for you. But that does not mean that I'm not always available to help in some way, and I will leave it at that. But for those of you that are into mediumship and into psychic work and all that kind of thing, it seems like a real noble calling and a noble profession until you talk to somebody that will give you the straight poo like I will, and you're like, oh, I didn't consider that. So there are amazing medical people, medical psychics, medical mediums in the world. Amazing. Caroline Mace is one of them. I stay away from that as much as I can for a lot of different reasons. And so, but that doesn't mean that I don't do it, can't do it, and on occasion will, but I have to be told from the other side that it won't be a bad situation for everybody. And somebody wrote earlier, I don't remember, I think I saw in the chat, I think I saw somebody write something like they'd been, Sylvia, Sylvia, was it you? You wrote that you've been to other readers' lives and they just leave absolute chaos in their wake. Absolute chaos. This is why I don't answer yes or no questions with yes or no. It is not that simple. Nothing is ever that simple. Ever. And so people get frustrated with me, and I know that. Okay, I have to stay true to the relationship that I have with myself, with the universe, with you guys, with the spirits on the other side, with the animals. I have to stay true to that. It's what I do. So, all that being said, here's the card for everyone today. I don't know what this love means for you today, but here's this. A whiff of peppermint or something when struggling to be free can shock the senses out of thinking things we don't need. I don't know what that means. What does that mean, Dawn? Anyway, here we go. This is for everybody. I'm asking them, oh, God. Y'all. Okay, listen. Hey, listen, Ifa, Sola, Ancestor, whatever. This is not the day and I am not the one. Jackass. I know I should be more spiritual than that, and I know those people shouldn't bother me. But really they do. Okay. I'm not going to lie. They bother the hell out of me. Okay, so here's the story. I will not go into it. But what this tells me is, medically, I just told that guy, don't do this, and here I am. This is unbelievable. A bunch of y'all out there are having some kind of health issues. Whether it is physical, mental, emotional, there are health issues going on. And I'm telling you, I know that because here's why. I'm like, what the heck does the Chariot card have to do with love for everybody today? Y'all just got through telling a whole bunch of stuff about okay, I'm not going into the story. It's a long story. If you want to know about it, watch the video on my channel that's What Spirit Animals Saved My Life. But that black stallion right there on that chariot, I would not be talking to you today if that black stallion had not been traipsing around behind me in 2019. No joke. And I would not be here today unless I was willing at that moment to place my life in the hands of what I perceived to be a spirit animal. I made the decision that I couldn't talk all the nonsense I talk, and I don't think it's nonsense, but it would be deemed as nonsense if I didn't believe in it myself. And when push came to shove, when the chips were down, I chickened out. That's just not me. I either believe something or I don't. And I commit to something or I don't. It's just that simple. Even when it's hard, I do it. But now it makes sense to me, and I will tell you this. I'm really drawn to the chariot archetype in the charioteer archetype in this card, because in the traditional Rider-Waite deck, the charioteer has his hands on either side of the chariot, but there are no reins, because he's not driving the chariot by steering the horses with reins. He's driving the chariot by steering it with his mind, the horses with his mind. And so for any of you all on here, the whole love thing of all of this is, it really is whatever you're not, whatever you're having an issue with, mind, body, or spirit, your mind really can be the thing that gets you out of it, that heals it. That said, I still am very drawn to the horses. So even for those of you that are like, I don't know about horse energy, not, it really hasn't vibed with me, I would really encourage you, because let me tell you something. I grew up in Ocala, Florida. I mean, I grew up sleeping, eating, breathing horses. It's the horse capital of the world. I'll love them, but I want bears and llamas. I could have a horse any day. You know what I mean? I rescue horses. I'll do anything for any animal, even humans, mostly. But they're not my animal. But even if the horses are not your animal, I'm begging y'all, please read everything you can about horse energy and the chariot card, because there's something in that for you today that has to do with love, of what kind I don't know. And it also has to do with your health. And that's what I've got. So there we have it. You guys, I love you. And thank you for all the birthday wishes. But again, I'm going to say, I don't tell people when my birthday is, because I'm celebrated by y'all all year long, and in the best ways, especially when you help me out with the causes, which are the animals. And so I will say, do good for animals, including yourself. Stay wild, and I'll see you on Monday.